Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back to one of my favorite games. I have to play the new expansion for this every time it comes out. This is Ashes Reborn, the Red Rain solo co-op mode, and specifically I'm playing the Spawn of Shadowreck. And disclaimer that I got a review copy of the new expansion. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So we're going against the newest boss, the Spawn of Shadowreck, and this is my first time playing them, first time using the deck from this expansion, so I just guessed, and I'm trying Heroic level 1. Often that ends up not being tough enough, so if this is a quick and easy playthrough, I apologize. But this guy, one of his big mechanics is that he's webbing us up with his spiderness. So a lot of his effects and cards are going to put webs on people, and then a lot of his cards are going to impact target units that are webbed. So if we don't get out of the webs fast enough, they might just eat us up. But when it's attached to somebody, they get -1 attack, -1 of their recover stat, and the spell cannot be attached to a card that's already webbed, so they will avoid previously webbed people. And as a side action on your turn, you can discard the spell, but you have to reroll 2 of their rage dice. So they're going to be leveling up their dice faster and getting more red rains as you kind of waste time getting out of the webs. But the deck that they included with the game is fully focused on illusion magic, and the power effect of the best illusion dice is to lower 2 dice in an opponent's active pool. So this deck kind of theoretically purposefully matches and counters the boss, which is the same thing that happened in the last one I covered, the zombie one. And as usual, the new set comes with a player deck, so I'm using that mostly unchanged. Out of the 4 Phoenixborn that came, I'm using Hope Everthorn. I'm going to go for kind of a horde strategy here, because she has the ability Duplicate. For a side action, exhausting her and 1 basic die. She chooses a conjuration with a life value of 1, places a copy of it onto the battlefield, and then destroys it at the end of the turn. And this combos very nicely with her new unique card, Summon Scrawler, which is free to play at first, and then costs 1 mana to summon a Scrawler conjuration. Little painting rat dude here. They've got 1 attack and 1 life, which means they are a eligible target for Hope's ability, and they have the Tag 1 ability. When this unit comes into play, place 1 exhaustion token on a target unexhausted unit with an attack value less than the number of Scrawlers you control. So if I can get out some Scrawlers legitimately, and then duplicate more, I can just exhaust a bunch of the enemies, which means they won't be retaliating when we try to attack them. Sounds pretty nice to me. Besides that, I'm using the deck as is, except I took out 3 of these Shroud cards. These let you exhaust the card when a conjuration comes out to make it basically immune to being targeted by anything until the start of your next turn. But all the conjurations I'm going to be summoning are little weak guys, and I don't mind if they get webbed instead of my better units. So I got rid of that one and put in 3 of the basic channel magic cards. I also did a mostly all illusion dice pool because every card in my deck pretty much needs illusion symbols, the mask and the wolf. But I did throw in, just for a little bit of a splash, a Divine Magic with the Lion Heads giving me +1 attack to the unit it's placed on. And that's for one kind of niche combo, so maybe I shouldn't have done that, which is the Shade Prowlers that I can summon, and I have that card starting in my hand. They have 2 attack and 3 life, but they have Predator 3. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may deal 3 damage to a target unit an opponent controls with an attack value less than this unit's attack value. So I just, in a pinch, if all their units have I guess normally it would have to be 1 attack to target them. If they all have 2 attack, I can theoretically lion him up to make him have 3 attack, and then have an easier time getting the 3 predator damage on them before he fades away. Again, maybe that's a little too limited a use. Maybe 2 dice is not enough. I might just be slowing down my ability to play my own cards. We'll see how it goes. But let's jump right in and play some more Ashes. So what are my starting cards? This deck has 3 summoning. Well, I should say 2 summoning. Summoning Whispers. I didn't show you them. They're a little 1/1 birdie, and when they're destroyed, they lower a power die in opponent's active pool, kind of like half of an illusion power effect. And if they can't, because all their dice are already basic, then they deal 1 damage to the Phoenixborn. And that's, in a pinch, another thing I can use Duplicate on, because even when they die at the end of the turn, they'll still trigger their Haunt ability. So, if I'm not using the Scrawlers to exhaust people, I'm going to duplicate the Whisper. So yeah, I've got Summoning for those 3. I've got this awesome spell from Darkness. You play the spell after an opponent declares attackers. Deal damage to a target attacking unit equal to the attack value of an exhausted unit you control. So I thought that was nice just for splashing some damage, since they'll usually mob me with enemies really early on. And then look at this new unit. unit, friggin' great. Umbral Acrobat, very expensive, but hopefully we can pay for him. Have unit guard, 3 attack, 4 life, 2 recover. Invert, look how good this is. When this unit is declared as an attacker, blocker, or guard, you may swap a target unit's printed attack value with its printed life value for the remainder of the turn. So like those crazy units that they have sometimes in some of these decks with like 4 attack and 1 life, I can just make them into 1 attack and 4 life. But then it's only for the remainder of the turn, so she'll do a ton of damage to them, only take like maybe 1 damage in return, and then when their values revert back, they'll immediately die. So I think she's awesome. She's going to mainly be the one I try to target with From Darkness as well. And that's sort of my game plan, so let's get into it. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I got a bunch of mass. The angel is basically useless, so we'll put that with the basic ones. All right, let's see what we want to do. So I do not want to get the Acrobat out first because a lot of their main webbing effects target your leftmost unit, so I'd rather have some conjurations there to get webbed first. So I guess I should get a summoning spell into play. Oh, and let's move me down since I'm not really on like the front lines. And I want to have one that can actually do a decent amount of damage though. So let's get the Summon Shade Prowler spell out first, and that's everything I can do. Well, that's not quite true, is it? I could meditate right now. Let's look at what icons I need. So I need 1 mask, 2 masks, 1 wolf, 2 masks, 2 wolves, 3 masks, 2 wolves, and nothing. 3 masks, 2 wolves, and she doesn't need anything. 3 masks, 2 wolves. So I've got all of them. Although there is a very high chance that I'll want to use at least 1 power to lower their dice. So sure, let's meditate as a side action. I can discard as many cards as I want from my hand or my deck. Going to do my deck. Let's meditate twice. Let's get this to be a wolf for some power thing. And hey, what the hey? Let's get a second lion to boost somebody else maybe. And I lost Ink Spell, which I'm not too worried about. That lets me exhaust people, but I did lose another one of my Whisper cards. Well, that's the birds. I want a ton of cards that let me summon the Scrawlers so I can exhaust everybody, but I'm not as worried if I lose that Whisperer card. All right, so there you go. That was my first turn. And let's roll our spidery boy over here. They got an 8. Target opposing player must lower 1 non-basic dice in their active pool 1 level. Well, I guess it's good that I did what I did. So I think for these first lowerings, I'm going to focus on that extra white die because I don't really need to have 2 bonus attack. All right, who's their first one? Silk Steel. When this unit comes into play, destroy the opposing player's target leftmost webbed unit. That worked out great. Oh, if you cannot, attach a webbed conjured alteration spell to the opposing player's... Oh, that also doesn't do anything. So yeah, it's just a 2/1 coming straight for my face. And I've got 17 life, so even if they do attack, that's not a big deal. Now, they are not an eligible target for the Shade Prowler until I boost them with the Lion, because when this unit is declared as an attacker, you may deal 3 damage to a target with less, attack value less, which means it would have to be a 1 attack. But that being said, I think let's prep things. So for my second turn, I am going to spend both of those to place a Shade Prowler out. Then for my side action, let's go ahead and boost him to be 3 attack. Although honestly, I don't want to use him to attack the Silk Steel at all. I want to use like the Scrawler or the Whisper or even my my copied person. Maybe let's not do that. Actually, let's reverse everything I just said. Because yeah, I want to be able to just like plink those weaker guys. So let's do the Whisperer first, the bird. So side action, I'm not doing anything yet. Because again, if that guy attacks me, not that big of a deal. 9. Okay, so they're lowering my die again. As planned, I'm going to lower this down to a basic. And who they got this time? Unbreakable. Defender. This unit will block for the Chimera and guard for aspects without the... Oh, darn it. This is annoying. Withdraw. Well, this unit is exhausted. Prevent all damage dealt to this unit from being received. Whoa, that's super annoying. But 3 life means he's kind of a perfect target for my Shade Prowler, so I think I'm going to bring him out. Okay, so this turn, I'll do the exact stuff I said I was going to do last turn. I'll do both of those, and then I'll lion him up. That makes him ready to kill Unbreakable and plink Silk Steel or whoever else they reveal in a second. All right, Spidey, what you got? Oh, no, a 12? Really? They got a Red Rain token already. That's fine. And they just reveal somebody. Weave. Oh, no, he's got status effects. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to attach a webbed conjured spell. Okay, so they just web over and over. Well, you know what? I think he just became my main target for the Shade Prowler instead of... Or no, sorry, my main target for the Shade Prowler's bonus ability instead of the Silk Steel. So let's see how it goes. For my main action, I will go ahead and attack with the Shade Prowler. So when I declare him as attacker, I can do 3 damage to somebody with 2 attack or less. So yeah, I'll blow up the Weave and do 1 damage to the boss. But now let's see if the boss blocks for the Unbreakable guy. And they do not. Awesome. So that's 2 more blood. And of course, they hit back, so he goes back to the conjured area. Still, so far, things are going really well. What have we got? 3 damage out of 35. All right, and a 10. Attach a webbed conjuration spell to... This is great. I still have nobody on the actual board. Yeah, this is why I want to wait to bring out my really good ally, but they're going to reveal somebody. Silk Steel is still there. And, oh, another Unbreakable? Darn it. That's really going to be annoying because I don't know if I have enough, any ways to do enough damage. I guess I could use the Umbral Acrobat. She would just barely survive attacking him. Yeah, okay. All right, so, do I want to bring her out yet? Or, like, bring out the bird this turn, let them probably reveal one more person, then bring her out. Oh, but then it'll be too late. Yeah, I think I really want her to be a target for webbing, but oh well. Okay, so that's a wolf, that, and that. All right. And no side action. Okay, we'll see how things go. All right, come on. Don't web me or do anything really terrible. Just a 2, just a reveal. All right, I like that. Oh, never mind. She's webbed anyway because he can't kill the leftmost web person. We can just unweb her, right? Yeah, and these guys are only attacking me, so it's actually going to work out great. So for my side action, need to roll 2 basic rage dice. So that part, oh, that was lucky. It's not great. She's no longer webbed, which means she does not have -1 attack. Then for my main action, I'll have her attack, and I don't want the Chimera to possibly block. So what I can say is I'm having her attack the Silk Steel, and then whoops, they will defend for the Silk Steel. Then she takes 3, although she'll recover a lot of that away. Oh, I could swap a target unit's printed attack with its printed life for the remainder of the turn. Doesn't matter because the Silk Steel aren't going to be involved, and they're a 3/3, but they are dead. She gets hurt a bunch. But now I'm going to have an easy time mopping up the Silk Steels with my little weenie conjurations. All right, so coming around to their turn, they're just attacking with the Silk Steel. I can't block. I could use From Darkness. That seems like a total waste, right? It's just 2 damage in my Phoenix Board. I can handle that. So yeah, we'll do that. All right, now on my turn, I guess if I want to actually like attack or block, yeah, I'm going to summon a Whisperer. I still got some dice left to summon the Rad and then lower their dice, I guess. So again, Whisper is a 1/1, more than enough to kill these dudes. When he is destroyed, lower 1 power die on a target opponent's active pool 1 level. If you can't, deal 1 damage to their target Phoenixborn. Oh, so actually, this will work out better. I'm going to summon them for my main action and then use the side action of Illusion to lower both of these down, because that way, when I block and the bird dies in a second, I will be able to plink the boss for another damage. All right, as planned, Silk Steel is attacking me to attack 1 life. All right, so the Whisperer will block. They kill each other. I cannot lower a power die, so I'm going to do 1 damage from that and 1 from the Silk Steel, so 2 damage gets through. Gets him to 7 life. Yeah, as expected. I probably should have played on at least Heroic 2. I feel like I should always start Heroic 2 unless I'm building my own like terrible deck. All right, that means the Chimera's is going to pass over and over. So let's spend 1 main action summoning a Scrawler. Okay, and then coming to my next turn, I'll actually bring out the Scrawler. Remember, they are a 1/1, and when they come into play, they can exhaust a unit with an attack value less than the number of Scrawlers. The only unit is a Silk Steel, and they have 2 attacks, so I need 3 Scrawlers, so none of that applies, but that's all right. Okay, now going to my next turn for my side action, I'm going to duplicate the Scrawler. So this one will die at the end of the turn no matter what, and then for my main action, I'm going to have it attack the Silk Steel, though the Chimera might block for it. No, they did not. All right, so cool. That worked out great because this guy was dying anyway. Yeah, with that, I've got no dice left. I've got From Darkness that I don't want to play anyway, so I'm just going to plink the boss for 1 more. That's the end of a great first round. And again, maybe a little too great. Having even 1 more aspect there, I think would have made this probably a tougher difficulty level. Mike makes the same mistake every time. But yes, we have gotten them down to almost 10 damage. And I've got 3 summon spells ready to go. Oh, well, yeah, let's finish out the rounds. That heals. All the exhaustion comes away. And this round, I'll be able to get a second Scrawler and then a third Scrawler with duplication, which should make it much more likely that we can exhaust at least 1, if not 2, of the enemies with that. We can get the Shade Prowler out again. We got From Darkness for the Acrobat in a worst-case scenario if they're about to be killed. And yeah, my little plan to use these to boost up the Shade Prowler was excellent. I think that worked out perfectly. But anything can happen because now the Chimera is going first, although they did get a level 1 as their first card. Not too nasty of a set of enemies in general there. We'll see what they do. All right, so go into their first turn. Get a 4. So they can't attack with anybody, clearly, so they're going to reveal. Oh, Neurotoxin. Makes me think of, what is it, Portal? Deadly neurotoxin. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. Then, if that was the last status token on this unit, the player must exhaust 1 die in their active pool. Oh, whoops, I forgot to roll my dice. Hold on. Definitely not nearly as good of a roll as last time. I do have a ton of masks, and I don't think I need a lot of wolf heads. We'll be okay. I should have also drawn cards. So I got Backflip. Return an ally you control to its owner's hand to add 3 to the attack value of another unit for the main of the turn. Would work great to make the Shade Prowler better, and is like very good if the Acrobat has taken a bunch of damage, for example. I just want to get him back to play again. Another ally, though, Gates Defender. After an opponent has declared attackers, you may play this unit from your hand without paying its main action cost. That's nice. Although, that's more wolves than I want to play. Now place exhaustion tokens on this unit for countering. Attack 2, life 3. Definitely nice. And then we've got Juggle. Raise 3 dice in your active pool 1 level. Lower 3 dice in the target opponent's active pool 1 level. Deal 3 damage to a target unit that opponent controls. That's a great card. It's pretty expensive, though. But I feel like I'll be doing okay unit-wise, so it might be worth it. All right, so we got the Neurotoxin. If I get the Shade Prowler out, that's an easy target for his 3 damage thing. So sure, let's maybe do that. So that's going to be a mask and a regular. There we go. And then I think I want to meditate because I want to have a lion head ready. Let's meditate for 2. Another From Darkness. Oh, another Acrobat. I love that. But yeah, I'll raise this basic to a lion and this basic to a wolf. That should give us a lot more flexibility for our dice. Okay, and then this goes away, and that's plinking me down to 3 out of 17 damage. We'll take care of that in a second. And what have we got? Oh, a 9. Target opposing player must lower 1 basic. Oh, it's that one again. That's not too bad. Let's lower the Angel to a basic because I don't really care. And what's getting revealed? Another Unbreakable. Oh, that'll actually work out great with the Shade Prowler, won't it? So yeah, let's go ahead and do Shade Prowler up to 3. Have them exhaust. I'm not sure of the timing here. I think if I target the Neurotoxin, but then kill the Neurotoxin with Predator, what is my attack like canceled? And then the Unbreakable guy will maybe not block me. I don't want the Chimera to block me is the big thing. Oh, wait, he'll block for the Chimera. So I'll say the Shade Prowler is attacking the Chimera. But then when I declare it, this guy has less attack than me, so I can kill the Neurotoxin for 1 damage. The Unbreakable will block, and I'll kill the Unbreakable. So that's 3 damage going through to the boss. Not too bad. They're at 12, so more than a third of the way gone. And what are they up to? So far, their dice have not been bad at all. They're like, yeah, like they're barely rolling any. Oh, attach a webbed conjured spell to the target player's leftmost. Oh, man, that's my Acrobat. So definitely going to have to use a side action to get rid of that. Oh, but now they reveal immediately. They might kill her. Although we did already see 2 of those silk guys, so it seems less likely. Unfathomable. 4 life, 3 attack. Terrifying 2. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with an attack value of 2 or less. The Acrobat could just straight up kill her. Yeah, and I can't block with the Scrawler. Oh, wait. This is a perfect use of From Darkness. Yeah, this is really good because I would do damage equal to the exhausted unit's attack, which is 3 if I get rid of the webbing, which would... Okay, that's what I'm going to plan to do. So for my side action, just so she's not a target of instant removal, I'm going to untangle. Roll up 2 of these. Okay, there we go. I mean, I can get rid of them pretty easily, but I don't want them to have terrible luck all the time. And then for my main action, do I just have her attack the boss so that I'm set up to use From Darkness? Because I can still play these Gates Defenders for like weaker people attacking. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to have her attack the Chimera. They can't block, so that's just 3 damage going straight through. Oh, actually, wait. When this unit is declared as an attacker, blocker, or guard, you may swap a target unit's printed attack value with its life value. I'm going to swap her to be a 4/3. Won't matter because she's not going to die. And just plink through 1 extra point of damage. Heck yeah. All right, then it's back to the boss. We got a 1, so they're straight up revealing somebody. And, oh wait, the Unfathom, what the? Whoa. Is this wrong? Yeah, look at that. This is the first, I think, misprinted card I've ever remember seeing. There are, I just checked, 2 copies of Unfathomable that have 2 blood droplets and then 1 that has a 1 blood drop. But it still says blood 2 correctly, so I guess it's not that big a deal, except, well, during setup it would be wrong. But yeah. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, crud. How do I deal with the second one? Oh, I've got this Juggle spell that does 3 damage to a unit a target opponent controls. Yeah. All right. Let's, we got a lot of dice left. Let's use one. Actually, I'm going to use all 3 of these, I think, because I want to keep the white die to maybe raise up to a lion's head. This is, a side action, so I also need a mate action. I'll get to that in a second. So raise 3 dice in my pool 1, lower 3 dice in the target's a pool 1, and then deal 3 damage. Oh, that's not going to get it all the way to a lion anyway. Well, that's okay. This one, though, is great. No need to use a lion's head when I do that. And then, yeah, I'll pop one of these two for 2 more damage. All right, and then for my main action, let's summon the Whisperer first with 1. Because theoretically, I can still use the Scrawler to exhaust somebody. All right, so there they are. And sorry, Chimera, you just can't get anything going. 9. I hope they're lowering one of my dice. Well, that worked out actually well. I got that free raising for no reason. Now I got a free lowering for nothing. And they reveal their last person, Weave. This is the one that keeps on webbing somebody. Oh, and annoyingly, even if I summon my Scrawlers to exhaust them, they'll still web my people. Oh, and actually, super annoying, at the start of his turn, he'll web my Acrobat, which will then make her attack too low to kill the Unfathomable with the From Darkness ability. Well, yeah, it'll still work out fine. All right, well, yeah, I'll just move on and worry about other things and then come back to that. Because I'm going to summon a Scrawler, and I could exhaust a unit with an attack value less than the number of Scrawlers you control, which doesn't really matter here. Okay, so then Weave goes off. The Acrobat is webbed. It's okay. The Unfathomable will attack me. I'm still going to play From Darkness, dealing 2 damage to him, and then I'll block with the Whisper to do the last damage and kill him off. Oh, wait, crud, I can't. I forgot about the Terrifying ability. Wait, oh, crud. Yeah, literally my Gates Defenders aren't strong enough to block them? Shoot. And even if I bring out a Gates Defender, they can't do enough damage. They can't even block them anyway. So, yeah, I guess I'll still wait. I got what I should do. I should save From Darkness. Oh, no, it has to be when they're attacking. Shoot. Well, yes, I'll still do From Darkness. I can attack them with one of my 1 people later. I'm just going to have to tank the 4 damage, which means I'm at 7 out of 17. That's not great. But so it goes. All right, coming back to my turn. This one's pretty straightforward. I'm going to duplicate with one of my last... Oh, no, I did use the die, so that's my last die. A Scrawler, which is sufficient to exhaust them. And then before the Scrawler goes away from my main action, I will attack. I'll try to finish off the Unfathomable unless the boss blocks. And they did not. Well, no good luck with that this game. So that also kills the temporary Scrawler. That's fine. All right, and the Weave still gets to web somebody. This Scrawler, who now has 0 attack, before I get the chance to kill them. That's all right. All right, so now I just get infinite turns. Let's get rid of this first for a side action. And, okay, we got 1. Then for the main action, I'll have the Scrawler try to attack the Weave. They do. Halfway there. Okay, my next turn, I will get rid of the other web. And, wow, they're really having terrible luck with that. Okay, then main action, Whisper will go after the Weave. And 6, no. And yeah, I don't have any dice left, so I can't summon any of these guys. So I'll just go ahead and do the Scrawler. And plink the boss to 22 out of 35. Yeah, we should be able to wrap this up pretty quickly, and they once again aren't getting any more red rains. Should have played on a higher difficulty, but, we're still seeing what the decks can do, kind of. And to finish out the round, the Acrobat is fully healed now. Now in a really nice place with Scrawlers, right? I can summon a regular one to exhaust somebody with 2 attack or less, and then duplicate to exhaust somebody with 3 attack or less. It's pretty nasty. And then, yeah, what do I have left in my hand? I guess I'll keep the... Well... The backflips kind of, I'm not planning to let my people get hurt that much, so I'll discard that one and then draw back up. Ooh, I can summon another Shade Prowler, got another backflip, got another From Darkness, so certainly a lot of ways to deal with things. And here we go. That's not great. I got a lot of middling values, but not a lot of big ones. I'm curious, by the way, if I'm going to find a 2 blood card that's misprinted as a 1 blood card, because it would make sense that they would have an equal number of both backs, and that somewhere else the other misprint showed up. We'll see if we see it. But what I want to do first, they have 13 life left. I could do 3, 4, 5, 6, so I guess I could swap that to make it 7. So I'm near to a level of being able to insta-kill them. I would say the Shade Prowler is probably the best thing to prep, so let's go ahead and play him. And there we go. I think I want to set up my combo, so I'm going to meditate. I don't know, let's meditate a bunch. Because I feel like I'm going to win anyway, so I'm going to meditate 5 cards. Get almost every die in my pool to its power level. Certainly overkill, but that's fine. All right, what you got? Shadowreck, you got, whoops. Let's just roll that again. An 8. That's a lowering one of mine again. Well, we don't really need that many wolves. Let's lower that one down. What are they revealing? Brood Mother. Only 1 attack. That means she's very easy to stun, but her main thing is status. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit. Then, if that was the last status token on this unit, add a face-down aspect card to this battlefield. Oh, wow. So after 3 rounds, they literally add another enemy. That's pretty nasty. All right, so I can't make the Shade Prowler strong enough to take him out by themselves. Interestingly, if the Umbo Acrobat was blocking them, I could make them 4 attack and 1 life, but that doesn't really help me. Oh, actually, wait, that totally helps me. What am I talking about? Yeah, let's try this out and see how it goes. I'm going to use Hope Everthorn's ability now. Spend that one. I will conjure a temporary Scrawler. I do have a battlefield limit of 6, by the way. So then I can exhaust the Broodmother. And then I'm going to attack the Broodmother with the Scrawler. Oh, I guess you won't even strike back. Now, the big thing is it going to get blocked? And nope. So 1 damage gets through, and they go away anyway because they were temporary. But the big thing with that is now the Shade Prowler's 3 damage can kill them since they have an attack value less than the Shade Prowler. So I don't even need to use V-Line, although clearly I will to boost them up for killing somebody else probably. Let's take that, Mommy Dearest. You aren't going to make a baby. Whoops, we got to lower another die. Let's lower one of the masks to a basic. I'm sure we'll need some basic. And what have we got? Another Broodmother. Interesting. Oh, and this one is one closer to summoning somebody. Oh, and I just realized I don't even need to use the Shade Prowler's ability. This is kind of hilarious, because I can just have the Umbral Acrobat swap their statistics, and they'll die from the 1 wound they already have if she just attacks anybody. So here's a side action. Let's use one of our 2 lion heads, put it on her, and target the other Broodmother for 4. When she's declared, I'll have that one statistic swap, so she's dead for 2 damage to the boss. Now let's see if the boss blocks. If they do, not too big of a deal. Nope. Gosh, they've never gotten one. So she does take 1 damage, but this one is also dead. She's going to need to do 9 more damage. We currently have 5 attack on the board. All right, I think you're going down, Spidey. Oh, that was not a great roll. They got another Red Rains. Not going to be quick enough, but they just reveal. All right, who is it this time? What the heck? I guess I didn't shuffle that part of the deck very well. All right. Well, here, what the hey? For my main action, I'm going to have... let's have the Shade Prowler actually attack the boss for 2, because we can always have one of them plink her to finish her off, but use Predator on the Broodmother, since her very low attack doesn't protect her. So she's got 1 left, and the boss is, 28? So 7 left. Do I want to do any side actions? Guess not. All right. They just reveal. Their ultimate value is 3, by the way, so they could get off. Oh, nope, we don't have anybody webbed, so they just web the Acrobat. That's fine, though. Oh, and they're all super easy to kill. Oh, and I can't forget that the Broodmother is going to pop. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take care of her. Let's have the Whisperer attack the Broodmother. See if they block it up. They do not. So they will lower one of their dice as they die. I'm only going to do 5 more damage. I can definitely make that happen. Here, just to guarantee it further, I'm going to use my side action to do that before we get to what should be the boss's final turn, because I have a little trick up my sleeve. And just, attacking, if able. Which means the Silk Steel guy is attacking. Well, why should we allow that? Might as well play one of these guys I've been saving. So they can come in without costing an action. They can block, kill the guy, still be alive with 1 life left, and it doesn't even make them exhaust with the alert skill. All right, even more so, although I could have killed her without that. Let's finish this off. So Scrawler's going to attack for 1. Scrawler's going to attack for 1. Gates Defender's going to attack for 2, but we're not done there, although that's already enough. Let's do a backflip, snap the bad guy's neck, and save the day. So we got to return an ally we control. So the Acrobat would come back, and the webbing would go away. She goes into our hand, but we get to add 3 to the attack value of another unit for the remainder of the turn. So what the hey, we'll make this Scrawler a 5. So 1, 6, 8. Way more than enough to finish off Shadowreck. Boom. Right, so there you go. Sorry, should have trusted my gut and assumed that things might be a little too easy. But what do I think of this one so far? I like it a lot. I mean, I always like Ashes a lot, but this is another fun deck. There's the Channel Magics. I didn't get any of those. But I think this one has a lot of manipulation of the enemy's dice, has a lot of direct damage, has a lot of solid summoning spells. This Acrobat is awesome. I love the Shade Prowler. For Hope, her little Scrawler combo is nice. So just lots of fun tools in here for those of you who are more into deck construction than I am and want to mix and match things. And the other characters look really solid too. Rami I already own, but their new card puts out like these dudes and then lowers a bunch of dice. And the more times this card keeps on coming back to your deck, the more times that you play this card to summon them again, you're getting more and more status tokens on your character, and it's going to mess them up even more. They're a pretty powerful unit anyway. Victoria Glassfire I also have, but I think, I might be misremembering, but I think her or one of these illusion characters had like a principal card for the main character that was pretty much useless in solo play. So now she has this one that messes with a ton of dice, does a bunch of damage to different units. It's kind of similar to that juggle card I played, so that one's pretty fun. Although her main ability is still not that interesting to me. It just rerolls dice. And then this one's really fun. It's a lot like in the last set, the Dragon Rider lady, Simbali. She lets you unexhaust one of your units, so use your best unit twice. And then she gets this one that is Dark Reflection. 3/3/2. Look at this. For a side action, they can exhaust it as do 2 damage to a unit. But if they get killed, because it's kind of like her entering the battle herself, then either she has to exhaust a die or take some damage. But yeah, I like all of these, maybe Victoria the least, but I think it's a solid deck. Lots of fun new cards to throw in the mix. As for the Spawn of Shadowreck, the webs are interesting. They do remind me a lot of the Frost guy. What was he called? The Frostwild Scourge. He also had negative cards that he would put on your characters. I think it was called Stun. That would also force you to... I think they messed up your dice, whereas this one is making it more likely that they'll roll good dice, so they had terrible luck here. Yeah, the way that the webbing can also impact your units and get them instantly killed by the, where are they? The Silk Steel guys in this particular deck is fun. I would say this one doesn't feel as different. Again, it does feel sort of reminiscent of the Frostwild one, whereas the last one, the zombie kind of horde one, felt highly different. That's not a negative thing. I would still play both this one and Frostwild and have a good time with them. Although I will note that this one's pretty crazy. When they fire off their ultimate, they web every unit you control. Pretty wild there. But I will say, actually, to give credit where it's due, I do think the horror aspect, the opposite deck of Shadowreck, is pretty unique. I don't remember seeing this before. A bunch of their people, Panic and Lunge at least, have this retreat ability at the end of the round, remove this aspect from play by flipping it face down. So they can get revealed over and over again. They're going to roll their dice more for that, so that's super interesting. And then also just a lot of the cards in this one mill through your deck, mess with your dice, so it seems like a kind of cripple you sort of play model, as opposed to the other one, which is really webbing you and just playing things to attack with. So yeah, I do think, I guess I overstated. I do think this is a pretty unique enemy, just maybe I played with the less unique of the two aspects. But it's great. The game continues to be awesome. I got to play on higher levels. I think I should just never play at lower than Heroic level 2 anymore, unless, again, I'm making my own decks. I'm pretty bad at that. But with the precons that come with these sets, they tend to be pretty darn powerful. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to Plaid Hat for sending me this new expansion. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Nick Skeen, Miles, Pedro Lucas, and Wayne Scott. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you at the next stop.